Well, hey everybody, it's me, Jermaine, and I'm back with another Simple Truth update. I just have a question for you. Isn't it enough that we have civilians that we have to worry about when it comes to taking advantage of women, taking advantage of children, whether they be rapists or pedophiles or even just abusers? But then those that are supposedly there and in place to protect yourself, those that are there to protect me and you, we have to worry about. Well, you may be once again asking yourself, Jermaine, where are you going with this? Well, I came across an article on Infowars.com that is just totally despicable how the powers and the abilities, the allowance, that's a better word, the allowance of power by those that are in power against everyday people is becoming more and more ridiculous. We are having a situation where those that are a part of federal agencies, whether it be TSA, whether it be FBI, whether it be, all the alphabet soup organizations, they are allowed to search and violate males and females in this country. I want you to take a listen and a look at what I'm going to share with you with this article, and then I'll be back with you for a final thought. Now, ladies and gentlemen that listen to me and you also listen to Pastor Dow, this article I'm about to read is very graphic. First and foremost, I want you to know that. And I know Pastor Dow covered a little bit of this in a more broader range where he kind of spoke to the overall, but I'm going to, as the Simple Truth perspective, I'm going to target in on this article specifically. So if you have children that may be listening to this, you may not want them to hear some of the graphic things that are going to be talked about in this reporting. Feds subjected innocent woman to finger probe of vagina and anus. November 8th, 2013. A third victim of anal probing and sexual assault at the hands of New Mexico authorities has come forward, with the ACLU representing a woman who says federal agents pressed their fingers into her vagina and anus without consent and without warrant. Laura Schur, I think that's how you pronounce it, Ives, legal director for the New Mexico chapter of the American Civil Liberties Union, is representing a New Mexico woman who wishes to remain unnamed because she says she is a victim of sexual assault. The incident happened when the woman crossed the border at a port of entry from Juarez, Mexico, into El Paso. A dog alerted to the woman, and Schur Ives said federal agents strip searched her at the facility, asked her to undress, to spread her genitalia, and to cough. Female agents also allegedly pressed their fingers into her vagina looking for drugs, reports KOB4. No drugs were found, and police did not obtain a warrant for the intrusive search, according to the ACLU. Medical records showed that the woman did not consent to the strip search or having her private parts sexually molested. Border Patrol agents then took the woman to the University Medical Center of El Paso. First, medical staff observed her making a bowel movement and no drugs were found at that point, Schur Ives said. They then took an x-ray, but it did not reveal any contraband. They then did a cavity search and they probed her vagina and her anus. They described in the medical reports as bimanual two-handed. Finally, they did a CAT scan. Again, they found nothing. The Customs and Border Patrol issued a statement which said that they cannot verify the incident, adding, "We do not tolerate corruption or abuse within our ranks, and we fully cooperate with any criminal or administrative investigations of alleged misconduct by any of our personnel on or off duty. I want to make a point here before I finish reading this article. As you can see, they are circling the wagons to make sure that to let people know that we follow all procedures and we don't do anything wrong. But yet, on the other hand, you can see the fact that Juarez is known for drugs. So they almost feel as if they have the right to do what they're doing because this woman was coming from Juarez. Let me finish this article. This is the third example to emerge over the course of the last few days of a New Mexico resident being a victim of anal probing and other sexual molestation at the hands of law enforcement authorities. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I don't really need to go any further. I'm covering this. Pastor Dallas covered this. It just goes to show you that what is happening with these agencies and these officials that have been given free reign to do whatever they choose to do. All I can say, ladies and gentlemen, is it has become even more evident who those are that are being targeted. It's not those that are really doing something against the society at large. It's the society at large that has become the enemy. It is important that you pay close attention to what's going on. Now, I know many of you, you'll hear this and it won't mean anything to you because it does not affect you. But if that was your wife, if that was your daughter, if that was your mother, your grandmother, who just on a routine traffic stop or at an airport traveling, just on the whim of one of these alphabet soup agents, they want to do something against someone's person. I use the females as an example, but it could also be your sons, your brothers, your nephews, your cousins in the male side. It's just utterly despicable. And the simple truth of the whole matter is, as long as we continue to tolerate it, it's going to get even worse. I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of The Simple Truth. And as I always tell you, it's the simple things that are oftentimes the most profound, but yet they're the most difficult to put into practice and to actually do. Again, I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll see you, and you again real soon.